Hello everyone. Before the video, I want to give you some context. This sanatorium treated only one disease. In this sanatorium, patients with leprosy were treated. This disease mainly affects the skin and the peripheral nerves. Leprosy was among the earliest infectious diseases. This was 1,400 years before Christ. Back then, those infected were buried alive with the harsh words, "You are dead in this world, you will only live with God." Leprosy has been a very cruel disease, as entire towns were put under quarantine. When leprosy appeared in a family, the sick person was sent away, and the family avoided contact out of fear of infection. In this exploration, we were lucky to find a notebook where they recorded the daily lives of the patients. And of course, you'll be able to see it in the video. Hi guys, we're in an old abandoned sanatorium, and it's really cool. It has a lot of things, and I'm going to show you what's left of it. This is the lower part of the building. The stretcher they have here. Quite old. I think these were rooms. There was a right side here and bathrooms. And on the left, rooms. Ah, look, this was the reception. There's nothing left. Here it says the name. Teresa Montesinos. Some parts are quite empty. Maria Oliva. It had to be a patient. I guess the television would be here. And this one belonged to another. Manuel Moral. They were together, a door turned them off. Well, I've seen one room, I've seen them all because they're all practically the same. The entrance was pretty cool. The stretcher was right there.
Let's take a look here in the dining room.
Here they have a lot of things stored. Let's see if this happens. Look at this. I have my doubts whether it's a piano or an organ. I have my doubts. But it doesn't work. That's what's strange. No matter how deteriorated it is, and it's not that deteriorated, it should make some sound. Does it have pedals? Yes, I think so. It was an organ. Look at this. I think so. It was an organ. Here's another. It makes a lot of noise. Let's see if they're worried now. Come on, I'll show you the upstairs. This is the upstairs part. Look at this. As you can see, there's a chair. I imagine they got their hair cut and did everything else here too. Because if there's a barber chair, I mean, look at the details of the chair. Impressive. Look at this. It's missing the headboard because the headboard would go up here. The hair goes in there. There's still hair left in there. It's amazing. And here we have the television room. And I have no idea what it is. There's still one left. Preserve right hand. Okay, let's go this way. I have it here. Look, let's introduce the National Police. That's very important. Present it on a switch. Here are some suitcases. I think it might be from the store. I don't know. Look at that print. There are so many suitcases. And here's a bathroom. As you see, they haven't taken the faucets or anything. The civil guard watches over this, that's why it's in such good condition. I mean, you can come here and go inside, but the civil guard comes around here a lot. Look, this was... It says bathrooms, but I think it was the dentist. Why all this? No, what's here? They are dentist stools. That looks like a tooth extractor. Let's pull out the black teeth. That hurts. And this, I have no idea what it's for, but it's clear that it's for teeth. Maybe for you to hold it with your teeth or something. They're like molds. And the 9th chairs. And here are more utensils. For refereeing. Those are, thank you. Freak out in the bad vibes. And we finished the root. It's big. Would this be another room? Would it grow? Were we born? Were they men? What do you mean, patience? There are also rooms. Let's see if there's something interesting in any of them. Okay, would this be it? How would they have the room, more or less? A little table and some calm. And a wardrobe? Bathroom over there. I'll show you the last room so you can see it. Take a look at this part here. What did they have to close it? Part of the stairs and make this a hallway? And here you could close it too. So that the patients wouldn't come down here without authorization. And we're going to go in there. I haven't seen it yet. Let's see what's in there. Do they look like rooms too? I'm going to turn on the flashlight a bit. Yes, they're rooms like the ones we've already seen. Wow, I'm seeing things here. Let's see. Over there. I love this kind of stuff. I don't even know what they are. But I know they're really old. No, I have no idea what it is. It says Siemens, Spain. And I don't think the spotlight is necessary. And this? What is it? This is from the same machine. What a pain all of this is. Look at this. They had it really well organized. Disconnected with their pedals. Here. What's here? Cut. Ablution? Yes, coagulation. It sounds like blood to me, right? Made in Spain. A bathroom. Bathrooms were everywhere. I'm going to grab the spotlight. I almost forgot it. There are gauzes in there. Well, what else is around here? Okay, nothing here. This is another room. Oh, guys. Well, it used to be a room because there's a bathroom. But you can see that lately they used it as a storage room. Well, an examination table. The bathroom. Keys. He's coming. There are the patients' names and the rooms. Ventilator. Carinilla. Stretching. It's an agenda. Like an agenda of what have the patients done. Does Teresa ever stop? I don't know what. I was completely asleep on the couch. I only had my head. I don't know the pay. They sent her to bed, didn't they? She has wet all her clothes several times, then she stays naked. She's not well. She repeatedly wets her clothes, then remains naked. This is another Mario. Sleep, says Raquel that she sleeps all night. Tomorrow, June 17, 2000. Rafael sleeps 141.80, weighs 110 kilos. Here is the breakfast, 200 milligrams. This has to be some medication at breakfast. This here has to be some medication, and this here as well. Teresa, this is the one from before. She won't come down for breakfast, says she feels unwell, and refuses her medication. She eats breakfast in a room and takes her medication. Yes, says Ben. He is Chivilin. He doesn't want it to fall. Nothing happens to him. He comes down for a snack and dinner. In bed, he was taking out his teeth. Well, he was. They would put the pills in between, filling the soup with water from the mouth to the plate. Calm remains. This one had permission. He leaves at 6 with permission. That night. Looking. Do you sleep little? Remains without incidents. It's always Teresa who causes trouble. Pedro. Pedro? I think this is medication. Is he taking a walk? I tell him to rest before I take his blood pressure, but he doesn't listen to me. He ignores me and says that we all have to die of something. I insist that he stops so the blood pressure reading will be accurate. He should rest beforehand, but he won't listen. He takes beta blockers daily. I don't know what your suitcase is. Teresa went downstairs for breakfast and dinner. The leftovers are fine. Is the block going to be removed? Remove it. Teresa, as always, gets disoriented. She says she hoped to see a woman, her mother. She wanted to see her mother. Poor things. As you can see, I was in a completely natural environment. There's a sense of peace. You can't hear anything at all. This is the main building. The spotlight doesn't fall either. It was pretty much around here. Noisy. Controlled area? Physics? Radiation? This is what was making the noise. There's not much here, but I'll show you anyway. Because it's interesting too. The chair. There are rooms, I think. Let's go. That's how there's no material left. You can't really hear it. This is the only familiar thing left. Some glasses. And not much else. Mattresses. Oh, and this? There are a lot of them, but I don't know what it is. Absolutely. There are these white tubes. They're hard. These boxes are full. Look. I'm not really sure what it would be. We're in another building. As you can see, they've piled up the mattresses here. I saw it already. Let's go in. We've come across the crucifix. This is one of the hallways of... There are still some things left here. A lock. Log.
Lock.
Log. I don't know if you can see it. Log. I know what this is. This one has wallpaper. This is another building. So, at first glance, it looks like we've entered. Berchero? Wow. Agujas. This is for checking your eyesight. I hadn't stored that much. A library? A big thing. 2 televisions and not much else. This looks like a doctor's office. No, I don't know what this is here. It's a sharpening stone. So crazy. Formol. The display case looks really bad. Restrooms. I'm about to finish writing, but the big part. A dress? It has some furniture, and that's it. Remember that there's someone upstairs? Not anymore. No, 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 no. There's someone upstairs. End of 98. Alright. The sewing machine instructions. Internal medicine. What is this? The fridge. It's the rehab bear. The screen is... Showcase. The showcases are spotless, man. And there's nothing? Alright, now let's go upstairs. We're sure there's someone. Look at this here. This is how we go upstairs. There's no one upstairs anymore. What is this? They were also taking pictures like us. How did they tell us there was a laboratory upstairs from here? Sulfated type. He has the case there. To take to the rocket? It was crazy. With a showcase inside as well. The ground is full of bees. Was this for washing them? The properties? Or whatever they're called, and leave them here to dry. And look at how many bees there are. This laboratory looks really cool. And here are more. I made it with a needle and everything. Like this. Another sign on the rocket. That was to take to the rocket. Cool. Cool. There are a lot of gadgets. From Furoshima. We're in the building that was supposed to be, well, I don't know if it was a bar, a cafe, or something like that. And look, it has La Cruz on the beer taps. It's a shame that Cristo isn't here. And there you have a coffee maker. This would be the dining room, come on. Look, they had some jobs. There are stairs leading up. We'll check it out later, since I haven't been up yet. These are some bathrooms. The hallways are very creepy. This would be a room. Everything is a mess. Okay. Choco nueva. Order feels great, especially when chaos surrounds us. The who's who is here too. The art of pottery. There are quite a few, huh? Alpha Nova? That sounds really familiar to me. Alpha Nova. If we take these stairs, we'll reach the terrace. Let's see. I haven't checked out this building before filming it. Normally I check it out first. Alright, it connects with the upper part. Alright, they're empty, or at least they seem to be. There are bunk beds here. They're the only ones I've seen here. Oh, I see. It looks like they're all empty. think this is one of the last buildings, if not the last one left. We've been bringing him here for a long time.
Alpha,